Hey, DOT community, this is Alon, along with Boganora, coming at you with an Alliance War, Ashes of War. It's a little repetitive there, Bo. What do you think about that?
Oh, I had to step away.
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah?
just kidding. Yeah, a little repetitive there. It helps to think about what you're going to say before you start speaking.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It's all right. Just kidding. Yeah. Sorry, that was me. I forgot to mute the stream. I was going to watch the stream while you were streaming.
Yeah, that's fine. And just remember, everybody is joining the stream right now.
Right now.
Stream's gonna dump out, and you're gonna have to. It's just not the replay people, but the live people. It's all gonna dump out, and you're gonna have to jump back in. But what's up, Extinction? What's up, Mayo Man? It's a Thursday night stream because I know I can get some Boganor action tonight. So yeah, and also I'll be back around again tomorrow too. I think I can't imagine why not, because it'll be for Friday. But this event isn't super popular with the old school crowd. Let's just put that out there. But
I don't think this event is meant to be popular with the old school crowd.
I don't think so at all. And there's going to be. I have said this before in plenty of events where everyone was like, "Oh, this Titan's junk." It's not every Titan that comes out and has an event is going to be appealing for all different castle levels. So anyway, so for those who may not be interested, collect your tokens, set your goals, because it's still the same thing when it comes down to, well, if there's going to be if this new Titan that's coming out in Conquest is going to be a Egyptian Titan, it could be. You will be more concerned with your Conquest tokens instead, but if this new Titan that is coming out in Conquest is not the Egyptian Titan comes after the week after the Conquest. Unfortunately, we don't know.
They said that
you can use your tokens.
Conquest was going to be an ice event.
Well, yes, but we haven't figured out. Well, people are assuming it's ice because the previous events that are listed for the week are all ice related. So. But there was no conclusive. Yeah, there was a big deal in a previous stream, and Jim went and re-listened to it, and found out that no, they did not confirm it was an Ice Guardian, but that's what he wants.
Well, of course, that's what he wants.
Oh, the blog they put out said nothing about Conquest. Yeah, what's up, Kool-Aid and Daniel-san, and Tag Her? How we doing? Good to see you.
All right, hi everyone. This is Dee. Woohoo!
She's not here.
I know.
DOT community is all automatically getting super excited, but no, she's not here. Bo's just playing around. So, but anyway, so if you're not interested, 2,000 or 4,500 may be your stopping point for the event. Otherwise, you may also be like, hey, what about this guy, Nakar, at 10K? Go for him if you want him. That might be around the area that I end up stopping at, because it's getting the new Drakor and his 2 relics aren't super top priority for me. And because it's not a super popular event, and 2 people in non-toxic, I'll show who it is. It just so happens to be somebody in the stream right now. It's Extinction and Dragon are
what up?
Look like they're both going to be finishing here very soon. Well, Extinction is finished, but Dragon, it looks like he's on his way as well. So we'll see what happens. But with lower soul minimums, it looks like the ranking for top 50 is pretty gosh darn low. It's not normally under 100K to get into top 50 in a normal brand new Titan, or especially a summoning Titan.
It's really low. Yeah. Really low.
Exactly. Now I did watch Vintage's video, and he is with he's with Momo Squad this week, and there's Hammer and 12.
I dropped down to Dragons.
Oh, did you get to go down to Dragons? Okay, because I thought.
And Momo Squad's on there. Oh, hey Vintage. Yeah.
Ah, nice. No conquest anytime soon. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, I was pretty certain that it was going to be next week.
What I thought. Hey, Danielson.
That's right. All right, so let's get to grinding. And also check this out. I think this is pretty crazy, just because of how many events we've had so quickly. Check how many different types of tokens I have in my treasury. I got 2 lightning tokens. I got 3 iron tokens, and now I'm getting the flame tokens. All these are relics. I just I haven't collected any of them. Of course, I'm saving up these portal stones for the grind as well. So, but anyway, I'm not planning on using them unless I for some reason get fairly close to 10k on the last day or something like that. Then I'll just maybe juice it up a little bit just to get finished.
Salon Chiro has entered the room.
There you go. Nice.
Marco Marlowe too.
Michael Marlowe.
Sorry, I had a blueberry rolling around in my mouth while I was trying to say Michael Marlowe.
All right. So I was playing around with a couple different Titans before the stream, trying to figure out who I want to take in to just make it all grins.
Too late, are you and Momo?
There it is, dumped out.
What do you mean it dumped out?
Well, it just all of a sudden as I'm watching my own stream on my phone, it just the screen goes to the next video.
Interesting.
Yep, and that's why I taught stream dump.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I can probably do all this without any troops.
Solo grind.
I'll try to. Yeah. Change that up. Just because I have extra archers. Let's see if we can pull this off in stream. Drakor seems pretty interesting. Yeah. You know what? And when it comes down to immediately knowing what the skills are right off the top, it's I don't remember, but I do know that it was put in the comment section of Vintage's video when I was watching it.
Yeah, they didn't. Interesting. I didn't say. That's right. So, you guys that are watching, what did you guys think about the blog post? I personally thought it was great, and I would love to see more of that.
Yeah, Bo, would you mind, for the people that did not see the blog post, sum up some of the blog post, please?
Yeah, let me get it pulled up here.
This is probably a little too loud. Alright. Here it is.
Alright, there it is.
So real quick. Here is Drakor's skills. Grenadier damage and critical, Goliath X defense ×2, and then Militia X defense ×2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty weird. Yeah. He's like Beer Stan. That's what.
Alright.
So there's a link to the blog. If you guys don't know where the Dawn of Titans blog is, it's right there. blog.dawnofTitans.com. And so what we've got now is the schedule that they put on here. Drakor Alliance War Event, Ashes of War, Thursday the 12th to Monday the 16th. And then Monday and Tuesday next week, we're going to have a Titans Unleashed Infiltrator Takeover. That is otherwise known as a Titan XP event. And then Theaters of War, Temple Takeover Ice themed, Tuesday through Thursday next week. Pick Your Titan Alliance War. Interesting. So who's going to be in the Pick Your Titan Alliance War event?
Well, we all enjoy Pick Your Titan, and it's been a long time since we've had these events. There was like a little small group of them, if you remember, and anybody in the chat, of course, can shout out exactly what they were, if you remember. But we had, like, I want to say, like, a few of them, all with them being token-based, where you earn yourself a token at certain levels, along with relic tokens that also gave you a chance at certain relics. And it was all wrapped into an event milestone. So they were pretty interesting, and I think a lot of people like the idea that we got to choose. So
yeah, choosing is always good. So that is going to happen Thursday the 19th through Monday the 23rd. And then on Monday and Tuesday, on Monday, we're going to have a Kingdom Rush, which is, the half price land refreshes from neutral land, which is cool. That I honestly think that should be a permanent Monday thing, just every week. I don't understand why it's not, but it should be, because everybody's stuff is depleted after a weekend event, and so there's that. And then on Tuesday, the 24th, Altar of Plenty, Void themed Altar of Plenty. And then the Egyptian God Alliance War event is Thursday the 26th.
Well, there you go. The new Egyptian God is not going to be in Conquest, so it kind of
Alliance War.
Kind of solidifies the whole. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a nice Guardian, but I mean, I hope it is. I hope it is just for you, BMT.
We'll see. We'll see. And then also, 1.34 is evidently a couple weeks out, which is good to know.
Yes, it is.
Couple of cool things in there. First, your land refresh, neutral land refresh, will change to gold, which I think is a big deal for in-game players and especially up in Legend League.
Agreed.
And then we get our 4-star economy relics, which is going to be great. So, less cost, less troops, training time. Excellent.
And I hope that, listen, my side note with the 4-star economy relics is I hope there's 2 boosts, more than one skill, because all the economy relics that we see only have one thing, if you know what I'm talking about.
What, do you want to cost and time on one relic?
Yeah.
No, dude, that's not how Dawn of Titans works, man.
I'm talking about...
You gotta have 2 separate relics. That way it takes up more inventory. You have to level up 2 relics.
Make people actually want to use the 4-star economy relics. Make them actually not just forging food.
Use them.
I mean, they could be forging food, whatever. It's just the simple fact that, come on, they can do better for the 4-star economy relics.
Silly Music Man says, the lawn, providing relief for night shift workers in the UK and beyond.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're finally going to get an alphabet sort for our relic inventory, which will be nice. Hey, Conclusive, welcome.
Dang, that was fast.
Yeah.
What's up, Bo?
See, he's got privileges. He makes it happen.
So, let's see. Alphabet sort on the relics. That's coming in 1.34.
So lit. I cannot wait for that.
Right. Damage against Titan skill goes away, and it says replaced with troop damage skills. So that makes me think that it's base damage and not elemental damage, which actually would be great.
So I think, personally, and especially to avoid getting people's hopes up, I still think that's going to be a regular troop damage modifier, because in order for them, if they actually made that a base damage buff, that would be broken as all get out. And I think that was
if they break all the troops at the same time, then are any of them really broken?
Yes, the answer is yes. I think the point is more that I think they were trying to express that they have different troops that will be buffed because they're not changing Thorhild to buff Imperials or Italis to buff Maidens, and so they have to explain it generically, and that kind of crosses over with their all troop buffs. So I don't think we're going to see a base damage buff, because if we did, it would break so much stuff.
Right. Well, we shall see. Just a couple weeks away.
Indeed.
We're going to be able to see the levels of the Titans in the season reward train, which I think by now everybody pretty much knows what they are, but maybe it'll be a little bit better visually for, hey, let's fight for this spot and get 20 instead of the 10 or whatever, right? They're doing more anti-cheat and hacker stuff and lots of bug fixes. So that was the blog update.
Boy, Steel Spine gets a week off. Did everybody?
Yeah, no kidding.
He could just he could just copy and paste, I guess, right?
He did do a recap for this week simply because everyone was sharing half-baked screenshots, and so it was one of those here's a unified collection of all the relevant details. Boom.
That's cool. I would also like to go on record to say that we were correct in the stream last night when we talked about what Drakor was going to look like. Just FYI.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, down to the down to the letter, almost 100%. But it was fairly easy to suss that out based on the relics and what they did with Coldan. So.
Yep. And I mean, it wasn't super complicated to figure out what you might have been dealing with.
That's why we got it right.
Yep.
RSJ is asking, did Natural Motion nerf Storm Maidens?
So, RSJ, we talked about this a little bit last week.
A few days ago.
Yeah, I guess a couple days ago. God, time is weird.
Right.
So, the short answer is Storm Maidens, given comparable circumstances to before 133, have had some form of change that would make them seem to be nerfed against battalion units, but it's not clear what that is, or if that was just a side effect, or really we don't know.
Because they're still super effective against individual units like Goliaths and Panthers, right?
Oh yeah, they're still overwhelmingly powerful. The short answer is, what I can tell you I have done is I've taken the same land with the same troops and the same relics, and it takes me longer now with higher level troops than I had in the older videos that I recorded, and it takes me longer by about, I think it was, let's see if that was, it takes me almost 50% longer to kill the Imperials than it did before the 1333 update, or the 133 update. So clearly something changed. It's just not clear what changed. Yes, true. They were intended to be they were intended to counter Maidens, so the battalion units were meant to be better against that. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just kind of an obnoxious thing because it means it's not as easy to do ping pong anymore.
It also could mean that they have been broken this entire time and they actually fixed it.
Equally possible. I just wish we had some idea what the heck changed.
Yeah, it's those type of things that we would like a little bit more clarity on, Debs, if you're listening. We just tell us what the change was so that we'll know, and we'll deal with it, but just let us know.
Because clearly we have been dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a while since I played with Hades.
Hades is kind of a cool Titan.
I just wanted to play with a summoner for the live stream, because if I would play with my Ilzar, who's level 20, I would be losing a lot of troops. And that's not very stream friendly. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So to play for longevity's sake, and I'm also not using relics. If I was using any relics, I'd be putting them on Elzar and finding just super low lands, if I could find any. Just to get some real fast battles in that are safe on stream. Again, that's all because when you're on stream, it's completely different than when you're sitting by yourself, not doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. That said, I'm not grinding with Ilzar either. I don't have the ring to get the 1.8 boost, and frankly, I would rather have the Titan XP on something like Ra or Yaluth.
Yeah, so you don't like grinding with Max Titans either?
No, actually, my Ilzar is only 33. It's just that I would rather, if I'm going to be spending the amount of time to go through and do that many battles, I would rather have the Titan XP on a Titan that I value and will actually be using, if you will, rather than a Titan that I have no intentions to do anything at all with.
Ever.
Yeah. Like, the apocalypse will happen and I'll still not be using Ilzar.
Hordeocalypse? Yeah, Churro, it's coming. Yep. My horde is up at 21. Everybody in the chat, we got, 18 in there? Wow, 17 in me. What level is your horde? Are you preparing for the Hordeocalypse?
My order 19 going to 20.
Nice. How about you, Ninja?
My horde are currently at 23, going to 24, and I've been exercising massive amounts of self-restraint to not just gem them to 24 and start them to 25.
Massive restraint. Meaning
I've looked at it and I've said I have the weird, awkward value of like 67,000 gems or something like that, and it would only be 16,000 gems, and so it would get me to a nice even 10 at 10k gem marker, so I'd be at like 50k, and so I was like, oh, but that would be so nice, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend the gems. I don't have to spend the gems. I'm not going to do this.
Just breathe.
Yeah, I'm a strange person.
Yeah, but did your finger hover over the button? Little hover action?
Oh, yeah. Definitely finger hover.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be just using Sobek in this event to grind some levels.
Yeah, I was going to say, what level is your Sobek actually right now?
46.
Nice.
Noob.
Yeah.
Noob.
Yep.
Well, I jokingly say that because I what was it, two weeks ago? The Conquest week a while back, I maxed Sobek and all of his relics, and so he's full steam, good to go.
He's old news is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, to someone who spends an unhealthy amount of time grinding Titan levels.
Unhealthy. You hear that, DOT community? Unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I forgot to bring my skeleton.
Everybody noticed.
Oh no!
Everybody noticed that the deal this time on the boosters is $20 instead of what is it, $13.99 usually or whatever.
Yeah. So it's a different boost.
True. They are giving you 1 4-star. So they've done this before. Yep. We have seen this package before for 20.
Yep.
So
this package is not as good of a deal, but it's also still not a bad deal.
So did you get it?
I picked up one of those packs, yes. Okay. But that was more of a function of I want to bring the overall number of battles that I'm doing down into the range that I'd like to see it, more so than I actually think this is a particularly great deal.
They should call it that. They should call it the Battle Reduction Pack.
Yeah, right?
Somebody down here Somebody down here in Legend in a Master League has a whole bunch of like level 12, level 8, level 7 lands with like max Titans and full troops on them.
I don't have words.
I don't know.
There are no words in Elfish and Tish or the tongues of men to describe this treachery.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, what's the point? And they're all depleted, so he's just leaving them there. It's like, what? I don't understand.
See, Ninja, now you finally getting it. You gotta have fun with the live stream.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sometimes you run out of stuff to talk about and you just end up doing a 45-minute stream.
So Daniel's at 16. Not good. So, not bad. Oh, Daniel's son.
Churros at 16.
Yes,
boycotting the Horde.
Boycotting the Horde.
Why are you boycotting, Churro?
I think he's just holding back, that's all. Not truly, upset about it, I don't think.
Well, you knew at some point there was going to be a summoner, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And that's another reason why saving up your precious tokens and holding out until October, because that's when the Void Summoner's coming. I keep on saying that, but yep. I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
I've talked to the DOT gods, not the devs, but the gods of Dawn of Titans, Kolbar and friends, and they tell me
look like ravens with purple shades. RSJ, I am no longer on the same in the same league with Zalon, so we can't do that. Sorry.
Oh, actually, Zalon, though, I'm in the same league as you.
Oh,
there we go.
But that's not. I'm playing on my main account, and not my test account, because I think I do have the new Drakor on there. I didn't even check it out though.
I don't know if he's on there or not. I haven't checked.
Well, no, he is, because Godan obviously
Well, they
he showed the relics. I know. He showed the relics, yeah. But still, at the same time, I'm pretty certain they threw him on there today.
Yeah, maybe they did.
March to victory, Hades.
Oh, interesting.
And what is so fascinating?
I was wondering. I couldn't remember. I couldn't find my ancestral heart relic. That's because Minotaur was wearing it. Because during the last event, I was just grinding with Minotaur for the XP. So, you ever had one of those days where you had an entire list of things that you needed to get done, and then you went through all of the things on your list and you get nothing accomplished because you were waiting on somebody else for something on every single one of them?
Oh, why? Like, it's almost like skipping each one of them because you couldn't complete them?
Yeah, it's like, go down the list. Okay, so I need this from that person. I need this. Yeah, it got to the end of my list, and I'm like, I've got nothing accomplished. I've been through the whole list, and there's nothing accomplished.
I've been there. Yeah. It's rough. Usually that's where I have to try and find something that is in my backlog of stuff that I kind of want to do, but haven't had the time to because other stuff. At that point, that becomes my list of go spend the day having fun knocking on people's doors, telling them they need to get stuff that they were supposed to do done.
Oh, yeah. So making phone calls and sending emails going, hey, I need that site metrics that you were going to send me 2 weeks ago. And yeah.
Oh, and occasionally checking on band and filling out one of D's polls. There's that too.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's my part-time job.
Part-time job, I know, right?
Yep.
All right. So, where does everybody in the chat plan on going in this event? Do we have maybe some? I know occasionally I get some newer players in the chats, which may be interested in this Titan. I did see some comments on Vintage's video that there was definitely people that were excited about Drakor, and for them, this is definitely going to be a Titan that is able to attack very well for them.
I am one of those people. I was actually doing some computations earlier this morning, and from my recollection of previous calculations, he gives Hades a run for his money.
Really?
Yes. And the reason is, in no small part, due to the complexities of relic support. So if you put absolutely every single relic on the table, there are two things that are phenomenally important about Hades versus Drakor. One of them, Drakor has a 40% troop damage buff as part of his base skill set. That is huge.
It's like having an extra relic that's equipped all the time, right?
No, that's more than an extra relic. Like, that's an extra 5-star type relic. That's the cat. Basically, to simulate that stat addition, I had to go onto DOT database, turn off relic overlapping, and I had to basically put a level 6 5-star in there to adjust the damage stats to get them corrected.
Wow.
That's how big of a deal it makes. Then, there's a subtle difference between Hades and Drakor. Hades has damage crit. Drakor has damage armor piercing.
Right.
So if you look from a stat standpoint, crit is only equivalent to a tier 3 skill, whereas the X skill is the X skill for armor piercing. So from a relic standpoint, if you think about the relic slots that it takes up to get those overall number of stats, you're looking at 3 relic slots to get the requisite armor piercing, and you're only looking at basically just a smidge under 2 relic slots to get the requisite crit. So the armor piercing is much more valid. Then the complication, when you start actually trying and building an adequate quantity of armor piercing on Hades, you run into a crucial problem. There's just not enough good armor piercing relics for Grenadiers that also have solid damage statistics. So what ends up happening is you really start running out of your ability to produce good AP without sacrificing damage. In the case of Drakor, you don't have to do that because the stat you're trying to overlap with is critical. And there are much, much more critical relics available. And so the crit damage relics are just really, really common for Grenadiers. And so your stats end up accumulating a really, really strong and a more flexible kit on top of Drakor than you can put on Hades. The disadvantage, though, is Hades, from an overall damage standpoint, still technically has a higher damage output, and 2, even though that's at lower armor piercing, so that's actually just a little bit of hit or miss. The other problem is the advantage of being able to dump all of your Omegas in like a tree and hide them. Super valuable. Yeah, I know, Kool-Aid. I'll put you to sleep. You can put me on a kind of like a track.
Hey, this is valuable information, Kool-Aid.
All right, now Kool-Aid's tired.
Kool-Aid's going to bed.
All right, Kool-Aid.
Thank Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid's going, oh yeah. Still need to tweak it, Bo. A little off. It's close.
I'm working on it. I was playing with it when you started streaming, and now I gotta do this.
Just came on a live stream, and I'm messing with the effects filters, trying to get Optimus Prime voice.
Oh yeah. What's up, Zara?
Not quite there.
Zara is
Good luck with that.
Long-time viewer of the channel, and
Hey, Zara, what's up, man?
definitely put his time in the DOT, in the NTG family. It was very nice. So, oh man, definitely playing Raid Shadow Legends as he's mentioned before. I know that, Zareth. But I think Bo's gonna. Bo, are you going to do any live streaming over on the Non Toxic Plays channel anytime soon?
So the plan is that when we get done here, I was gonna do a Raid Shadow Legends stream over there.
Oh,
Depending
were
on
you?
what time we get done here, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, that's not my channel, guys. It's everybody's. Lon's going to be expected to put stuff on there.
Yeah.
Engineer Hoist.
I have a game in mind. I have a
the
game.
Whole crew.
I have a game in mind to put on there. That's not DOT. That is
maybe we'll do some.
That is new. Oh man, it is. It is, and it's not Raid Shadow Legends either. I have played that a little bit as well just to see what it's like. But I'll tell you, something Bo put me onto last night.
Oh yeah? Yeah, you want to do those?
I mean, I wouldn't mind just trying it out just from a very beginner standpoint because it looks amazing.
Dude,
graphics
it is so
graphics
amazing.
are insane. But
it is so amazing.
From what I see right now, it's a little repetitive, but that's only because it's the beginning. I'm hoping.
Drum says, interesting take on Drakor 2019. Maybe Drakor 2020 will be worthwhile.
Oh.
We'll see.
There we go.
I like that roast.
RSJ says, will DOT last till then, Drum? Actually, one thing I forgot to do at the very end of the last solo event was to see exactly how far out everything went. The highest number I saw was in the high 30,000s, when that was in the very beginning.
Yeah, usually by the end of events, I see like 60K.
Yeah, it'd be very depressing if it was in the high 30s, because that means things dropped off very drastically. But that was in the very beginning of the event, within the first, few hours. And a lot of people are still asleep all over the world, so you got to give everybody a chance to get up and actually give it a shot.
Yeah. I know, right? Hey, King, welcome to the live stream. How's it going?
Oh, good. I actually found something out today that I didn't know.
Okay. Would you like to share with the class?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it appropriate for the live stream?
Well, yes, well, it's not related to the game you're playing, but it is a game, nevertheless.
Yeah. Hang on to that for the second hour.
You want me to? I can.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, Vintage?
We're doing Dawn of Titans, by the way, just FYI. So.
Yeah. RSJ says Vintage get on Discord.
I like watching.
Hey, Doomday, what's up?
Oh yeah, what's going on, Lawrence?
It's just,
Ninja, you give out fantastic information. Yeah, see, Lawrence is looking forward to when you come on, Ninja. See, look at that. And also, Ninja has a place that he can spew off all of his DOT knowledge, because I'm sure when he walks around real life, all that information is completely useless. So
you talk to just random people in the elevator about Relic stats.
You're looking over.
So story time.
Yeah, story time. Story time.
Yeah, go ahead.
How much of APOC has he told you about me?
I don't know. Ninja has a story. Story time.
Let's hear it.
Story time.
Okay. So, this is going to sound so bad. So, as to usefulness in real life. So, I was taking... They offered a public speaking training course at my workplace. And they signed up for it. And I missed the initial comment that said, you need to bring a presentation that is work relevant to the thing. So I get into the class and they remind that remind that to us around lunchtime, and I'm like, I don't have that. So I pulled up like 2 of my work presentations that are basically me explaining to people charts and spreadsheets and flowcharts, and the public speaking teacher literally looks at those and goes, no. God, no. So the only other thing that I have even remotely viable for presentation is an outdated DOT presentation that I did on balancing Relic XP versus Titan XP in how you attack lands and what types of lands you attack. And so I give this presentation as practice to a room full of like 20 people who have no idea what ping pong is, no idea what DOT is, no idea what relics are, titans are, or any of this. And it's just kind of like, it was funny to see how many people were like, when you said ping pong, I thought you were talking about the table. And then I was just kind of like, okay, this is going to be boring. And then by the end, I was actually interested. And it was like, okay, that's kind of creepy, but yeah, this is entirely useless. And so that is my story.
That's when a referral link would come in handy, right?
Oh, yeah. Gosh. So, and that is...
Yeah, no.
Well,
there's not.
never know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that is my
Day.
story of how DOT was not relevant to anything in my life, but also saved me because I spent time writing a presentation that I still need to do a video for after updating it.
That's cool.
So RSJ wants to know if there could be a conclusive Ninja versus Prometheo video, where you guys go back and forth on what you guys think. One could be like, you know, pro this and against that, very, very democratic,
We're like a debate club.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is often Prometheo and I find ourselves agreeing on a lot.
Well, you have to find what you don't agree on, and then those are the subjects that you need to bring up.
And then do the debate club.
Yes.
Yeah, so the only thing we don't agree on is when Prometheo forgets to include relics that he decided that he wasn't able to get, and I did get, and mine are superior to his, so he doesn't include them as an analysis, and I have to be like, dude, fix your analysis.
Superior. See, Ninja's using some of these words.
It's just kind of funny because we had I'm not sure if you were there, Zalon. I'm sure you were in chats, but he and I went back and forth in band chat on the whole Stormtar thing, and I was like, you're using those relics? Those relics are awful. Like, what? And so he's like, well, yeah, I didn't get that relic, so I forget it exists. And I'm like, what the heck, bro?
Danielson needs an alliance for this event. Top 50.
What'd you say, Zalon?
Danielson's looking for an alliance for this event. Looking for
top 50.
A top 50
I know
one.
Non-Toxic has a spot. I think
yeah, Bo left.
Are they? I don't think they're not actually trying to go for top 50.
I mean, I put my vote in in one of D's infamous polls in bands. That
What's up, King?
I go.
Yeah, he's one of the rewards in this event. One of the lower rewards.
Let's see.
He is a defensive titan,
yes,
so basically his specialty is combining a reasonably high damage range troop with a meat shield front line. Unfortunately, the big issue right now in this game is summoners are still by far the most meta, so that defense isn't really particularly good.
Yeah.
Hi, Zalon.
So, just doing everybody a favor.
Hey.
See, I had him on local mute anyway, and
Ah.
nobody could hear him in the stream, so I just wanted to just yank you guys out of there.
Okay.
He was in the middle of a story. You could have let him finish the story.
Oh,
dude.
I didn't know he was in a story. Oh well, I'm sure he's not watching this stream, so that's.
Oh my gosh. I am officially not sure how I feel about this situation.
It's all right.
It's a launch stream. He has control. I'm just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I got moved.
Mm-hmm. You did get moved to the big boy room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Lawrence weak, says Danielson. Summoners eliminated range damage dealers from defense, which sucks. They definitely did. When will you guys have another roundtable discussion? Those are really great. Lawrence, typically I like to have them during update releases because there's a lot of things affecting the game.
Yeah,
and
we will definitely have a
multiple...
1.34 roundtable.
Yes,
for sure.
yes, definitely a 1.34 roundtable. Pretty much, essentially when it's officially released or within that time frame, pending on when they like. Because sometimes when they put down the blog post that has everything listed, or if they decide to release it all at one time, it makes it for a good time to do so.
Yeah.
Zalon, I think you will hit 10 million VP one season just to show D. Oh yeah, just to show her.
Oh yeah.
Just to show her. Well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do when I'm Castle 25? What am I gonna do? The VP game is the only thing to be concerned about at that point. Still food, obviously, for relics, but and Titan Fusion, but still.
Yeah.
Yep. Frankly, though, you're gonna find 10 million is not a difficult week to achieve. Like, I mean, it definitely takes work, but it's mostly just a grind for VP in much the same way you'd have a grind for like event souls or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's just VP capping, hitting garrisons, the occasional VP PP when you come across it, all that fun, just over and over and over again.
Yeah, basically your goal is fill all of your land capacity totally full with VP off of bonus caps. Farm that for basically as much of the day as you humanly can. So usually for most people that's 16 to 17 hours, and then set it to ping pong overnight. During that space, anytime anyone caps you back, you go cap another bonus, and then you're basically you're basically just doing VP ping pong as much as you can. If you're really getting shaved pretty aggressively, then all you really have to do is figure out when your team is active and doing a raid, and then basically just go start sitting on easier garrisons and just like pick an alliance, circle, hit all the easy garrisons, and then do that on a chain, because you'll usually be able to close them 2 or 3 to 1, and that's about the fastest way to make VP, even if it pisses everyone off, which I mean is unfortunate, but when you gotta do VP, you gotta do VP.
That's right. What's up, Chad? No, don't listen to Danielson, Chad. Don't listen to him. We're still gonna go for a while longer. I got Boganora and... Oh, no I don't. Thought I did. And Conclusive Ninja. Oh, Bo went back over to the waiting room.
I'm back.
Oh. What'd you do, Bo?
I couldn't leave King hanging. I had to go let him know what was going on. So
No, okay.
you made me feel bad, Zalon.
I did not make you feel bad, bro.
It was very toxic behavior.
That was not toxic behavior. What? Just moving to a different room?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't you want to hear about some crazy stuff that King has to say? I think everybody after a while is kind of like, oh, gosh, this guy got to stop talking. But all right.
Well, I ran out of portal stones, so that means I'm no longer grinding.
Well,
I'm not even spending gems for portal refreshes on this event.
I get it back in dailies. I'm not going deep like, you know.
I'm saving my dailies. I gotta go play Second Galaxy. So.
Don't be releasing names of games that are, you know, it's gonna be can't let people know about it, Bo. Not yet.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm just joking around. Just to give it more exclusivity.
Well, everybody that's anybody knows already.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah.
I see. Civ 6.
There you go, vintage. Oh snap.
Let's see, what do we got in here? 50, 150, 50. I'll use one of the 50s. Again, look at this token collection. Just making sure they don't expire, obviously. I'll pick them up, some of those up tomorrow. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, get as many tokens as you can, especially with the upcoming events that are coming. Not Conquest, but like the new Egyptian Titan and or next month's Awesomeness, because I know they're not going to disappoint with Halloween. They better not. Let's just say that. They better not.
Yeah. They better not.
Mayo Man, is Holy Blade a good relic? Infiltrators? You can use Holy Blade on infiltrators.
Yeah, so Holy Blade can be an incredible relic for infiltrators. It really just depends on your role. It's not super great if you have the 5-star, mostly because half its value is really in its armor piercing, and the rest of it is in its crit value. But it can definitely be a solid relic if you don't have any of the Nemean Lion pelts, too. So, yeah.
Always going to go back
Holy
to those pelts.
Good.
Always back to the pelts all the time. I know, Ninja. Got to get the 4-star.
Seriously?
I know.
The 3-star is better than many 4-star relics because of how the Titan damage and crit impacts the overall damage profile of a 5-star equipped infiltrator. Just saying.
Just saying. Yeah, we'll do this one, Stormbringer. Just gotta get rid of some food. Rank 41 extinction? Yeah, I know. Doing good. You don't have to grind with relics anymore, Extinction. You've done your part.
yeah, definitely.
Extinction's like, but I want to grind with relics. I don't like grinding any other way. It's alright, though.
It's crazy.
Nice, Chad. Gotta stick it to Daniel's son. He's trying to pick on you. He's trying to pick on you in the chat. Just Make sure he's the one that has to fill you in. Because Daniel's son has to take notes.
Mayo Man is Castle 11. This is actually an event for him. This
Yeah.
Titan is
Most definitely. Mayo Man, do you have any good champion Titans like the new Koldan, or no? Because you say you're still a noob. Or do you got 3 stars that you're working on? Why no one asks what his castle level is before answering? I always make my enemies list longer. Just for you, Daniel-san. You have no 3-star champions. Oh, only Berserkers and Guardians. Oh, okay. What's in this? Now you're looking at what was it? Calcor, not Katash, and Kazut. Yeah, don't bother with Kazut. Nakar. I gotta tell you, it's crazy endgame. I don't know, Mailman. It'd be a rough call because, I mean, obviously, Conquest is going to be completely different relics.
Krampus is obsolete with the Drakor now. Well,
Krampus was obsolete the instant he was released. Like, let's just get that out of the way. Like, Krampus was never a thing.
But you like Krampus, though, you said.
no, Krampus was the thing. It wasn't necessarily
He was
thing.
cool, but, like, Krampus was never meta. Like, ever. The only thing that was good about that event that I actually ever used was Snatcher's Cage and Chains of Winter, and that was because there was literally horrible relics otherwise for equipping my very strangely rolled aria that I used for a long time.
You have Kazut, Altus, and Kuba. Oh, that's right, man.
Kuba's actually pretty good.
2,000 souls, yeah.
Kuba's pretty good. I think my biggest recommendation would be for him to try and get a 4-star ranger, or even a 3-star ranger that he can actually just get leveled up.
Mayo, ask Vintage to bring you to his alliance so he can get you a good 4-star Titan. Daniel-san, you just want him to come along for the quick ride?
So, RSJ, I don't quite follow the question you're asking when you said strange LOL, why ninja?
Yeah, Lucas's profile picture is Krampus.
What's up,
Hi,
D?
everyone. This is Dee. Woohoo!
Yes.
Wow, that was super quick.
Right?
Well, some of us hear the little ding of someone entering, and we can just see who it is that joined because we're on desktop.
I guess I entered on my own, but Prometheo's in the waiting room.
Oh, is he? Oh, it's because Prometheo heard that there's a showdown. Prometheo heard that there's going to be a showdown.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. So how long has it been since we've seen a Prometheo video?
Oh, how long has it been since there was anything interesting in this game?
Oh.
Prometheo's starting videos on Raid Shadows Legends now.
Oh, is he?
Although,
His new video
Drum's here too. Hey, Drum.
His new video is about max DPS on the clan boss.
Is it? Oh.
right. Yeah. No, it's what you get for $100 in Raid Shadow Legends.
Ouch, that's a bad.
There you go.
Not much.
It's called disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean the RNG in other
I
games?
thought every
Wait,
other game was awesome, and
Yeah.
DMC was the only game that sucked.
I thought the RNG was awesome in all games. That's what I was... Except
Yeah,
DOT.
all games suck. Once you
Okay,
realize
all right.
that, then you can
Drum is
come
the
to
equal
terms with it.
opportunity hater. I
Yeah,
got it. Okay.
equal opportunity hater. Okay, there we go.
Drum says he's not a bigot. He does not discriminate against any games. They all suck.
No, I'll hate on them all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, so it really wasn't D joining, it was Drum joining. I see.
No, she joined, and then I just took control of it.
Okay.
She's making creme brulee right now. So.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
is she?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm.
Is she gonna make enough for everybody? Because that's the rule.
Tell them about the turkey I messed up.
No, you didn't mess it up. You didn't.
I
time it
dropped,
right.
one of those-
I dropped
was-
the ball.
Was it one of those Clark Griswold turkeys?
No, the turkey was great. She just didn't time it right. So like, the turkey came out at like 5 minutes ago. It's like 9:15 here. Oh, please.
Jesus.
So I ended up eating macaroni and cheese and stuffing for dinner, with a little bit of turkey a few minutes ago.
There you go.
Yeah, but now you've got plenty for sandwiches later.
Oh yeah, man,
Oh,
we're gonna be snacking off that
But
turkey
you're
for
getting
days.
creme brulee, so
Yeah, no, that's good.
and I have a blowtorch, so I'll let you use the blowtorch.
You see?
You see?
Blowtorch and creme brulee is fun though. Like you gotta give her that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was one of my best Christmas gifts from Drum. A creme brulee
Yeah.
blowtorch.
A butane torch?
Yes.
I really hope that's not one of the best because I've spent a hell of a lot more money.
You better watch what you say, D. You'll be getting a butane torch every year from now until you die.
God, I've been doing it wrong all these years. All that money wasted.
Right?
That's like man in a flashlight.
Yeah. See,
I mean,
next...
seriously though, there's something to be said for those gifts that are small but thoughtful, and someone is going to use on a consistent basis year in, year out. Like, I have a flashlight from someone who gave it to me as a Christmas gift, and anytime I actually need a flashlight, I think about them because I never bothered to get a flashlight otherwise, because they just timed the gift of that flashlight super well, and it was strangely brilliant.
There you go.
Yeah, but you're a man, so 5 other family members could do the same thing. And you'd love all of them just the same. You could never give a man too many flashlights.
Or coffee cups.
Mm-hmm.
Or Alabama
I would
Tide
say,
baseball hats.
it's true.
Prometheus,
So I was just
are you...
explaining to my son what creme brulee is because we were reading Calvin and Hobbes. And Calvin asked his dad if he could get a flamethrower. And he said, well, what if I don't use it in the house?
It's not done, but no, please.
So you guys getting the new Drakor or what?
No.
Drakor 2019 for the win?
No.
No.
You holding out for 2020?
Yeah, next year's model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
apparently then I'm the only one actually going for Drakor and actually probably finishing the event then.
You have to specifically call it as Drakor 2019 because they've dropped the Drakor every year with
Yeah,
new
they have.
skills.
Okay. I'll go for Drakor 2019.
There you go. The downside to that is it's almost 2020.
That's right. You're actually they're actually offloading last year's model. So
Yeah, the new one's coming pretty soon.
hmm
His X skills will have X skills.
That's right. Oh, D. Danielson needs a top 50 alliance.
Daniel-san.
Tell him he has to actually message me for real.
Oh.
So, D, are you in... Tyrius, 3-star. D, are you in Drum's new Raid Shadow Legends clan, or are you not good enough?
Yeah, she's a complete slug. She
She
might be the lowest ranking member.
I'm sure you're.
Are there plans for PvP or PvE in that game? That like
I don't know.
Alliance War style
it's
things.
entirely possible that what you see right now is what the game is going to be long term. I've done a little bit of research on the company that's running the game, and they were dropping new games almost every other year, and then last year they dropped one new game, and then this year they did another new game. So it's possible that this game might have a short shelf life, where they may move the devs to a new game in 2020, and this game will be what it is, and you can continue to play or not continue to play. So I don't know. I mean, the newest thing they just dropped was that
The Faction Wars.
Yeah, Faction Wars, and that's absolutely atrocious. I know there's a DOT stream, so you probably don't want to talk too much about this. But,
in all essence, you have to have been playing for a very long time, because if you don't have a bunch of different characters, you can't do anything.
Correct, man. And I was watching some videos of some of the main content creators for this game, and they said that this Faction Wars is BS, man. So
you listened to the drum? You listened to the drumadiddles of Raid Shadow Legends? Is that what you said? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, totally. And the ramp up, man. Like you need like 5 level 60 Titans of each class with premium relics to do anything in these Faction Wars. And who the hell's got that, man? Because there's 13 different factions. 13 different factions times 5 level 60s. I mean, you're talking an astronomical amount of Titans. Like, nobody can do this stuff because the power creep is too big, and the majority of players are not even playing this new event. And I personally, I really can't do anything at all with it. Like, I'm just trying to get to 70 stars. I've been at 69 for 2 days, and I just can't get one more star in any of these Faction Wars. So it's kind of gross. It's not a good addition to the game.
So this is Drumadiddle talking about a completely different game, and how things that the developers came out with just didn't work out. And interesting. Interesting that this concept is, because developers think that things are what the community wants or what the community can handle, and they don't.
Let's see.
Really, D?
I need him to grate some Madagascar vanilla.
Yeah, it's.
If you don't have the vanilla flaky things in the creme brulee, it doesn't look good.
Sorry, but
it doesn't look good? Who else besides you and Drum are going to see these creme brulees?
It's all about presentation. She knows. She knows she's being
I'm
judged.
getting graded.
Oh my gosh! If Chef
I don't
Ram,
want to have to send the creme brulee back,
we just send it back. When you send it back, does it make it from where you're sitting back to the kitchen without it getting tossed in your face?
It's only a few feet, but
He sent back the tuna. Was it ahi tuna?
Yeah, ahi tuna.
Oh yeah, he didn't like the 1/8 inch of cookedness and then the rawness in the middle. That was too raw.
The raw was too raw.
That's how ahi tuna is prepared.
Hey, that's not how I want my ahi tuna.
You just want your tuna medium.
Yeah, I did.
It looks gorgeous.
Order it medium.
See, I'll get down with sushi any point in time. I have no problem. I'll eat raw tuna. It's not a problem of the rawness or not. But the difference is, when you're getting sushi, you're getting a higher grade fish than when you're going to BJ's and you're buying their tuna steaks. So I don't trust the BJ's tuna steaks to be straight up raw.
That's right. Like why do you go to a fish place and order a steak? It just makes no sense.
Exactly. So no, we got them at BJ's.
No, we didn't.
Where'd you get them?
I thought I got them at the grocery store.
Okay, yeah, I trust the grocery store with raw fish. Come on.
Come on.
Right? I mean, am I crazy here?
Are you sick? Did you get sick?
No, because I made you cook my stuff
But
further.
did I get sick?
Well, maybe you got a stomach of steel. I don't know.
You may be crazy, Drum, but you're speaking the truth.
Yeah, no, totally, man. I'm not gonna get no grocery store sushi. That's not. No.
What about gas station sushi?
Yeah, that's even worse. That's lower on the line than grocery store sushi.
Gas station sushi.
But the difference is when you're getting sushi, it's a higher grade fish that is made for sushi as compared to when you're just buying a tuna steak at the grocery store, like That's not, you don't need to eat that raw.
Oh my god. The thing that might surprise you in LA is the strip mall sushi. There is some phenomenal sushi available in little strip mall sushi places, but they actually are sushi restaurants.
Yeah, so they're getting the sushi grade stuff. They're not going down to the local AMP or whatever the heck you got over there. AMP's not existent anymore. So whatever. I don't know what kind of grocery stores you got there. They're not going down to the local grocery store and buying their tuna to serve it to you. It's special stuff. But anyway, back to Raid. Just if you wanted to just talk, yeah, Raid is a fun game. I enjoy it because I don't have to babysit my account like I did in DOT. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, the developers are still very, very greedy. Support is absolutely
real quick with
atrocious.
that greedy comment. Real quick with the greedy comment. How many pop-ups when you log into the game come up? Go ahead.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? And the coding for the game is absolutely incredible. Because let's say you're pulling a Titan, you roll a legendary Titan, or you roll a legendary. You roll an epic Titan, or you roll a legendary Titan. Bam! Pop up saying, "Here, spend $50, and we can hook this brand new Titan up. Here's the stuff you need to ascend it. Here's the skill books you need to increase the skills too." Like the coding in this game is absolutely genius. It's completely designed to make you just dump all your money into it.
And have you done so? Have you done so, Drum?
I've spent $1 or $2.
$1 or
but
$2.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I know there are people in my alliance right now that have spent over $3,000 in the past week.
No way. That's insane, dude.
Way.
Oh my god.
Yep.
A, how do you do that? And B, how do you find these people, Drum?
Well, hey man, just, they're DOT people. It's not these.
Oh, they're old. There we go. You'd already found them. You just changed games. I got it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's
we
like
switched games, and they just happen to go ultra hard in this, and like bam, 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 just throwing down money. Like this game is a humongous cash sink if you want it to be, or it can be a free to play game. It's entirely possible to free to play it. You just have to be comfortable with the slower progression.
I gotcha.
But I think the game is best played with a solid initial purchase. Oh my god, a solid initial purchase, and then free to playing it after that. Because in its heart, it's a grind game, and if you spend your money to rush all the grind, then really you have no game left to experience.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll just chime in on that note. So I hit level 10 on my account, and there's a level 10 package that includes some of the sacred shards, and I had already looked and saw that you can't really just go buy those, and so I was like, well, I don't know, maybe this is my chance to get a legendary champion and really get into the game. Yeah, of course, I got garbage. Well, actually, I got one decent 4-star Titan or a champion off of an ancient shard. That was just luck. But I don't really have anything good other than the 3 stars. And so, yeah, I did that. But the greediness factor is definitely on show, because after you buy one thing in the game, like Drum said, it just pops up like a whole slew of new things. Like, oh, you bought one thing? Oh, wow, we're just going to keep on hitting you for more money.
Mm.
And then same thing at level 20. And those 10 and 20 packages, they only last for a few hours. So
Yeah, they're timed, so it's like get it down, but you can't get it.
That's right, high pressure. And I was like, well, geez, if this is the only money I'm ever going to spend, maybe this is the only thing that's worth buying.
Yeah. So Fastcart said he started playing the second Galaxy, and the pop-ups are so annoying. Dude, you have no idea. Just try Raid Shadow Legends, and you will think that your browser has a virus. There are so many pop-ups. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, every time you log in, it's like bam, 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 bam.
There's a 6 or 8 every time you log in.
6 to 8 screens you have to close every time. Imagine your end of season, and a end of an event, and then another end of event, and then another end of season, and then another event. All those screens that normally pop up normally in DOT, just imagine them continuing to pop up over and over and over again.
No, it doesn't keep doing that.
Yeah, but in essence, I mean, it's not that bad because there's no pressure to log in fast with this particular game. You're not worried about VP lands. I really appreciate that it's not PvP, and I didn't really understand that because Dawn of Titans was the first mobile game that I ever played, so I only knew mobile games as a PvP experience. But this is not a PvP. You're just battling the computer and stuff like that. So I find that it's a lot less toxic than a PvP pure PvP game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's nice things, but there's downsides. I mean, I enjoy that. I'm not babysitting VP lanes. Like when I played DOT, I can't even tell you how many nights that I set my alarm every 45 minutes to log in and collect my VPs so they didn't go into bonus. Like I'm not losing sleep over this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you enjoyed that though.
Yeah, it was what it was, and I'm glad that time has passed, and D seems to be enjoying the account, so it's a win-win.
There you go.
I would say Shadow Legends a lot like Darkness Rise.
Gonna drop down.
Doing anything
We appear to be having Robo Prometheo.
Yeah, Robo Prometheo. I think
jumping in and out
it's
pretty
because
aggressively.
it's because he's driving. It's because he's driving.
What was that?
That was Bo. He's playing around with his mic.
out in the thin Hollywood.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
What the heck was that?
That was Bo being questionably mature, playing with a voice modulator.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Can you hear me now?
This is my natural voice.
You sound like Boba Fett, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so BMT says, but we miss you in DOT though, Drum. See?
There's nothing to miss. I do nothing but hate. You got vintage for the hate.
Yeah, but we always enjoy all of your input though, Drum.
Oh man, I'm still privy on DOT. I mean, I
Drum's
can't get
keeping
away
up.
from it, man.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure D keeps you in the loop.
playing
She
it.
keeps you in the loop, I'm sure.
No, man, all day long. The only thing she talks to me about, if DOT was not a thing, I don't honestly know if we'd even talk to each other. Because all she does is talk to me about DOT. This player did this player did that. How do I hit this castle? Blah, 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 blah.
Get over here, look at this event, and tell me if I need to go for it or not.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. The event. There's this, DOT. Man, if I'm not listening to a DOT stream, she is, and I'm hearing it. I can't get away from it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm actually very happy for you, Drum. I'm glad.
Yeah. So, I'm not away by any means. I may have not logged into the game, but she's playing my account, and I still just DOT every day, all day long, nonstop.
That's right.
That's my life.
BMT says, "Aw, she loves you."
Yeah, she loves DOT. That's what she loves. Yeah, we'll still stream though. I don't know when she planned on streaming again, but
Well,
I'm
listen,
there for the streams.
there's
man.
a con-
You gonna hook her up with a mic, right?
I have actually disgusting amounts of microphones.
I know. She told me.
Downstairs,
You need to hook her up
but,
with one.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Right now, hooked up. Bo said we could use those.
Oh, yes, you can. Those
Well, figure out how
those
to
would
do
be
it.
awesome.
We have to buy
I've already sent her all the stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I got some real nice microphones too.
All you need is just an audio interface with an XLR on it, and you're golden.
I have that.
No, you don't.
What are you talking about? The audio? You bought it for me for Christmas.
What?
The pre-Sonos with the 8.
Oh, dude, you got a PreSonus? Yeah, you're set.
Yeah.
I thought we had to buy one.
Dude, that's Bo Ganora level stuff right there,
Yeah,
man.
does everybody
Wait,
see
I bought you
that
that
this
for
Valkyrie's
Christmas.
got
I
the
got all this
5-star?
crap for recording drums at home, man. Like,
Whatever.
doing a voice for a live stream is like child's play compared to
Yeah.
what I'm set up for.
So do you know how to do it?
I don't know how to do it, but
You just said.
We have all the stuff, is what I said.
It's very easy, D. Just get the stuff and block out a couple hours, and we'll walk you through it.
There you go. See? And then that also means that Drum is also going to stream some Raid just so he can show off all his cool stuff.
No, it means that they'll both have their own individual microphone, is what that means.
Oh. Well,
I'm a total noob in Raid, man. You could just call me Noobert.
no, but it'd be so much fun to see what you got. I think.
I mean, I'm throwing down clan boss damage more than anybody in the clan, but I'm just a total noob. Like, they're just... Well, this
I'm
shit
supposed
is
to do a Raid stream after this, actually.
Yeah. Good luck to you, man. It's deep.
Yeah, it's there's lots of stuff. What I was going to do was start a brand new account and be like, and it's called the Total Noob live stream. Just kind of walk through for everybody, because it's kind of caught on a little bit with the...
Yeah, well, Mucus right here, the guy that I'm hitting, is actually the leader of the NTG group over in Raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, man.
What's it called? 19 minutes, Bo.
19 minutes, okay.
19 minutes. Prepare to stream.
I should probably stop playing Second Galaxy and pull up Raid then.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Let me finish this quest, and I'll be max on my XP for the day, and then I'll shut it down.
All right.
I love the auto raid function. I'll tell you that. That is fantastic.
Well, yeah.
Multi raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And
nice.
if you buy
did you spend and get the plus 25?
Yeah, right, I did, man. I got 40 auto battles every day. It's amazing. I just set it for auto raid. I'm doing housework, and the game is going, getting me free stuff. I mean, God, I wish DOT had that.
Yeah, there is some functionality.
A lot like Darkness Rises is like that. You can just turn it on and let it control your device, and it'll just keep going until you get killed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things about the way Raid is structured that's a lot like Darkness Rises, but it's totally different base gameplay. It's like the same meta system with a different game underneath.
Dream League Soccer. RJ says he plays Dream League Soccer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nelly.
Let's see. So we're in 34th place. Good gosh. It jumped up like another 10 or 15 spots just in the stream alone.
We're going for top 250.
Are we really?
I mean,
that's what the vote says.
I'm not gonna drop. Oh, did the vote change? I haven't even looked.
I mean, the vote.
Hey, did they call the next Void Titan the God of War?
The Panther one, the one that's coming.
No, the next Void Titan, the one that's coming next week. Did they call him the God of War?
2 weeks, but I don't recollect that. But maybe somebody that read the blog post can confirm that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting secondhand information here, but I thought maybe somebody called him the God of War, which would be Ares, which would make me think that he would be boss level Void Titan.
Yeah, but I didn't hear that to my recollection.
I didn't hear that? Yeah, maybe that's not a thing then.
Top 50, you've got 8.
Maybe that was just wishful thinking.
16.
You know, I was actually thinking today, like, okay, we got new Drakor, right? We got new Koldan, and we're seeing the skill sets that these Titans have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And they dropped what the heck is his name with the terror spells? Like Anubis. They dropped Anubis, right? And they even updated his skills after they dropped them, and it's still not even close in comparison to what they're dropping with these new old school Titans. Like, if you were going to update Anubis' skills, which they did, why wouldn't you bring him in line with Koldan or Drakor? You've basically taken a brand new Titan and just left him in the dust.
The Super Titan Alliance War event.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
You know, because his skill... okay, whatever. All right. His skills are terrible in comparison to what Koldan and Drakor are bringing to the table.
Anubis is all about the terror spells and Maiden.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not about the Maidens. Maidens are just so overpowered that Maidens can be about any Titans.
Right.
He's about the terror spells.
Yeah.
So I'm of the opinion that he's still the most valuable anti-range defense.
Nah, dude,
attacker in the
Dionysus, forget about Anubis. Anubis is a noob, man. But compared to Dionysus, you drop those militia. If you need to, you bring a few fireballs. He destroys everything that's ranged in seconds.
Yeah, but Vintage says, but Drum, that's the 2019 Anubis.
There you go.
Yeah, right. 2020 Anubis is going to be off the hook. You know, it's honestly like, I mean, I know it's silly, but like I was just thinking, like, because they brought a new Drakor, and I'm like, damn, we had Drakor the first year, we had, Drakor the second year, we had an extra damage, now we got, the third year, we got a new Drakor with 17,000 X skills. Oh man, what's Drakor 2020 gonna bring? Like every year, it's like, hey man, here's the Drakor.
Double X skills, and then
Yeah,
the
like
triple X skills, non-toxic will no longer be able to play the game.
Yeah,
where do
Triple
you
X.
go from here? Where do you go from here with Drakor now? Like, is this his peak, or is 2020 gonna bring more? Yeah, I don't know,
I'm calling
man.
peak Drakor.
DOT is in a funny place right now, and they did it to themselves because they're bringing all these old Titans that we've all received countless times over again with new skills, and I don't know if that's actually good for the game. I mean, it's good for the Titans that suck that they're getting new skills, but it's bad for everybody that spent countless amounts of dollars trying to acquire these Titans in the first place to see them now come out with much improved skills, and their old ones are not being updated to the new meta. So I don't know, man. It's a really funny place that DOT is in. It's the reskill era, and it's I'm not a fan of it. You know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what they're do. Well, they're doing it. I believe their motivation of doing it, besides from offering it again to other to the older players, which I believe a majority of them aren't biting. I think it's more of just this is what we want to do for the younger players, because everything always seems to be about Titans that if Titans that buffing, Goliaths and Storm Maidens and stuff and Horde, they're all troops that younger players can't even create yet. So it does feel like they are more or less being left in the dark a lot of the times. So
yeah, I mean that makes sense what you're saying, but honestly, is there really that many younger players these days? I mean, we've all seen the numbers on solo events, and they've dropped a good 25% since last fall. Like, I mean, are they really bringing in a lot of new players?
Not marketing, no, they're not. But when it comes down to, is there always going to be a flow of new players that come in? Yes. So when it comes down to like that, should they be obviously doing a lot more so that flow of new players could be actually, growing the community instead of it just either slowly depleting over a period of time. So that's more or less what we're looking at, I would say.
Yeah,
I think there's got to be one person in Natural Motion who has a master account and who is allowed to design their own Titans, and they're just creating Titans that dominate the game and releasing them every once in a while. And then the rank and file team is just doing these filler Titans, and they don't have any authority to do anything except for templates that have been approved. That's how we got Hades, that's how we got Kronos, that's how we got Zeus.
Yeah, man, Artemis and stuff. I mean, honestly, the game really peaked with the Summoning Titans, and they just haven't been able to bring that sort of hype since.
Just build off of it by offering more Summoning Titans, such like all the what's it called, Okantar, Minotaur, because that whole set of all the Tars right now, it's all based on the fact that the Summoners worked out, and a lot of people like them.
Yeah, well,
the fact that they're weak.
Yeah, they did the wrong thing with the Tars. They happened to drop the Minotaur first, which gave a beautiful buff to Spearman defensive-wise, and then they followed it up with countless amounts of resist all relics for physical troops. and that is why Minotaur was well received by the community and does so well. But Oakentar, no, he's not well received by the community, and he does not do well. And then what was the next one? Stormtar? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Stormtar.
And see, but that's
So
when they get that idea in their minds, when it comes down to how long it takes them to do everything and put everything through the system, these ideas were probably hatched, I would say, something like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, like the whole Tar system, like, oh, we're gonna come out with all these Minotaur and all these other different versions of them, and that's the unfortunate part of the whole process, because, for instance, like this whole Community Titan, from start to finish, it's gonna take what, three months to try to actually put it all through. So that's the unfortunate, being able to judge the current meta, the current what everybody likes in the game, and then to be able to take it from initially creating it to actually having it, released in an update. And
now, I had another opinion about Stormtar. First of all, Stormtar is absolutely incredible if you were not around to get Zeus. Whatever it is, Tar, whatever the heck his name is. We know what we're talking about, right? Sparky, exactly. Sparky Horns, Bullstein.
Yeah, there you go.
So, he's great if you never had the opportunity to get Zeus, because now you have Summoning Titan that gives you Maidens, right? Awesome. Yep. But they just totally crapped the bed with the relics, man. The best relics were had in Zeus. They did bring some back in that event that could be useful for you with your offensive Maidens. But I had this funny thought, because they had that stupid resist melee relic for Maidens. And I realized why they made that relic. And it's because they're absolute fools, but I understand why they did it. They saw that the community loved the head of Mimir, right? What was the head of Mimir? It was a lightning relic that boosted lightning troops and offered melee resist. Well, these fools at Natural Motion thought that people wanted a lightning relic that boosted lightning troops and gave melee resist to Storm Maidens, because it's almost like Head of Mimir, except the fact that it doesn't give melee resist to all troops. So that is what this company is thinking. They're like, oh, this relic's going to be amazing. Everybody's going to do this event because they want this melee resist for their Storm Maidens. But they're just such fools and don't play the game that they don't realize that they just created a complete turd.
Yeah, they basically took a template that they had already approved internally, and they applied a twister spinner to it. And put things on it. They were like, ooh, that would work. Oh, that would work. And they're just like randomly picking them and saying, oh, wait, no, not that. Wait, that sells.
Yeah. That's what they did, man. They looked at the head of Mimir and they're like, relic, it's a fantastic relic. Like, perfect. Make the head of Mimir, but only make it for Storm Maidens this time. It's like, oh, God. Like, I don't even know, man. Can we help this company? Honestly, can we honestly help this company? Because they just do the silliest stuff.
They don't ask them.
They don't want to be helped, Drum. They don't want to be helped. If they wanted somebody to help them figure out what relics and Titans are worth releasing, then they would go to Legend League war teams and they would ask them, in advance to playtest things. Or, look, on my YouTube channel, I've announced that I'm basically benchmarking all the Titans and figuring out which ones are better than the others and what they are by the numbers. If they just told me a week in advance, like, here's the stats for the new Titan and the new relics, I could tell them, that's garbage by the number. It's just not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. They're not really seeking. I mean, Bo and Zalana, I think they both said that they play tested that new event with the relics, the relic XP things, and they said before it was released, like, people aren't going to be happy about this. This is not a good thing. And you know what they did? Absolutely nothing. They went ahead and released their crap, and then everybody saw it, and everybody was like, "This is crap." And then it's like, what is the point of playtesting if you're not going to receive feedback and adjust accordingly?
I do agree with that.
Yep. Exactly.
Whoa. Was a low.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
But it's very
funny.
true, because I remember specifically saying about certain aspects of Assault, and saying we're playtesting it a few days ahead of time. Are they really going to be able to implement it by Tuesday? And the answer was clear no. So
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, we're playing the beta version of the game that's live.
Yeah, and with that Assault thing, I'm just going to go on for just a small second about it, if you will. Like, people said, hey, man, it's a beta, blah, blah, blah. It's the first time they're doing it. It's a beta version of Assault. You know what? Well, it wasn't a beta version of your money. they charged full price for
Can I pay
everything.
Monopoly money?
Yeah, there was no deals to be had there. They charged full price. You wanted to do that event, boom, you're in for $100. Whether they call it a beta or not, it's still costing you the same amount. I mean, so I don't agree with that. It's not a beta if they're charging full price for things.
And Mayo, to answer your question,
you're not getting free stuff to test the system or anything like that. There's no beta aspect to it, man. It is out there for them to make money, and you can't call it a beta because the game is not beta anymore, man. We're way past that. And events that they release are not beta either, unless they specifically say so, and then they just make the prices significantly reduced or even free.
So Mayo, to answer your question, when would you use your 4-star Titan boosting relics? 4-star Titan, specific Titan boosting relics are, of course, for when you are a lower castle level. So a lot of times when higher castle level players see certain Titan skills on a relic, a lot of times they already count that skill as not something they're interested in. So and when you have 4-star combat relics, or just 4-star relics in general, and you're looking at them to see which ones are more useful to you and your play style, if at least 2 out of the 3 skills are useful to you, then you're alright. But when you have a relic that either has 1 or barely 1 skill that is actually helpful to you, it's probably not in your best interest to use that relic and to try to find something a little bit better for you. And the best resource for you, Mayo, is going to be dotdatabase.net, where you'll be able to look at pull up your Titan that you have, and obviously put the skills of your exact Titan, because of course some of the Titans in this game have all sorts of skills you can get. So plug in what you have, and then start playing around with the relics and see what you think is going to work with, because not everybody's going to have all the relics available, but all the relics in the game are available on DOT database, allowing for you to even make a small list of maybe certain relics that you want to either look for in events, or obviously if you can get, if they're battle drops, well then, because some people are looking for certain resists. So there you go.
Now, if you happen to be talking about 4-star XP relics, I'm going to tell you, do not use them on the arenas. And I will tell you why. Because the last time that I was playing the game, I had a 4-star Titan XP relic. I used 1 battle on the monuments, very easy win. So bam, got my XP, very nice. And then I went to the monuments, and I thought I had the proper troops, that it would not be a problem to use the rest of my XP relic on the monument, and it was the one where you had to defend the circle, and for whatever reason, the Panther just slipped past all of my troops.
Oh no!
And I
hate that one.
couldn't stop it. Bam! Second use of my 4-star XP relic down the tube, because I lost the battle, and I was like, God, I really hate this system that you need to do battles to use your XP relics.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You know what I do on that one is I always take at least 6 Storm Maidens, and I park them so that they'll intercept the Panthers. It pretty much always works, but it is not foolproof, and I have lost XP 4-star charges that way.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be a problem, man, and lo and behold, this is the first time this has ever happened to me where it was a problem, but it happens, and it was a problem. I was very disappointed that I lost that 22,000 something XP.
Oh, and Daniel, the stream
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Daniel, the stream isn't only for castle levels 23, 24, and 25. It's just typically most people in that range are seeking things outside of just, oh, I want to talk to the people in game or online or on Facebook. They want to actually interact on live streams. Not as many early players find YouTube as much as a lot of older players. But I am...
Yeah, Daniel-san, man, if you're lower castle level and you're an NTG, man, you're in a great place because they have probably the most helpful... Oh.
Not an NTV.
What the heck are you doing, man?
Hey, Zalon, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to jump over to the other room, start the raid,
All right.
and live stream.
Get yourself an NTG because honestly, they probably have the most helpful players in the game.
I don't know who he is. He won't message me.
And if you want to learn, you want to grow, you need a supportive team. Like NTG is a beautiful community for that, man. And I highly recommend that.
So, anyways, Alon, I posted the link for the Non-Toxic Place channel in the chat. I'm gonna drop off here and go do the raid Shadow Legends live stream over on that channel.
Did you Did you? I don't see it popping up.
It says Non-Toxic Plays and with a link. Do you not see that?
No.
Interesting.
Now, one thing that's nice about Raid Shadow Legends, whether you lose the battle or not, they give you that XP for your champions. You don't get the relic or so that you would get from that battle, but they will give all of your champions the XP for that battle, whether you win or lose.
Okay, there you go. Awesome. 33rd place, 621 souls. Not a bad first stream. Good luck, DOT community, on what goals you set for this event. Get what you can. Prepare for the future. Make sure you check out that blog post. And there's your answer, Mayo. Message D if you don't know how to look for players. There you go. All right, Daniel-san. All right, DOT community, I want to thank everybody on Discord, and that would be Bo, Conclusive Ninja, D and Drum, and also Prometheo that jumped on. And I'm going to be jumping over to Bo's stream here very shortly to hang out with him over there. So I hope to either
see... Are you playing Raid 2, man?
Yeah, I told you that, Drum.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I'm also playing Second Galaxy too. I just checked that out last night too. So
I downloaded it, but I haven't. I got to like the thing where it's like register, and I was like, oh, let me close this.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get into it too much last night because it was super late. But trust me, I got to check it out a little more today, and the graphics are insane. All right, so
who said there's Asians?
Oh well, yeah, there is yeah, for characters. Yeah, there is Asians. There you can be an Asian person. All right, DOT community. Good luck this weekend. I should be back again tomorrow night. I don't know why I wouldn't be. Sorry, Zalon, but is Ice or whatever he is called a Castle 2023 player? It sounds like his advice isn't as top-notch as a player maxed. I don't know, Robert Dixon. I don't know. That's a good question. All right, DOT community. Talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one.